Gratitude goes to Total Petroleum. Total, we go the extra mile for you. Absa Bank Ghana Limited, helping you find a way to get things done. Ghana Pay, your money your way. And Sanlam, live with confidence. Joy Business Report comes up now with Pius and the team, and it's brought to you by Cal Bank Forward Together and Glyco Life Travel Insurance. Glyco, we cushion you for life. Now, forget cash. Enjoy your life beyond cash when you use any of CalBank's digital solutions. So it doesn't matter what you want. There's a way to buy it with CalBank's solutions, whether it's a Visa, a MasterCard, or the GH Link card. You can also shop and make payments online to a variety of virtual shops on the CalBank app. You can also use the app and CalNet solutions to let your business perform all its transactions, including the regulatory payments to government via the Ghana.gov platform. It's a one-stop shop, so whatever you're buying, whether you're shopping, transferring funds, or traveling this summer, just do it with CalBank. You can also earn great discounts of up to 20% from their range of partners when you pay using CalBank's channels. To learn more about their digital solutions and partners, call them toll-free on 0800 500 500 or chat with them online or on social media. And on WhatsApp, you can also email them. It's customercare@calbank.net. Go visit calbank.net to know more about their discount partners. Forget the cash, just go digital with CalBank. Forward together.
Hello, good morning, everyone. This is the Joy Business Report. Coming up, government team to continue negotiations with International Monetary Fund in Washington, USA in the coming weekend. As Finance Minister describes initial negotiations as collaborative, meanwhile, government urged to draw a comprehensive plan indicating how it will address economic imbalances within the economy to reassure investors of good times ahead. And ratings agency Moody's projects Ghana to use almost 60% of revenue to clear interest payments, making it the highest in the world. Grateful for your time. I am Pius, Kojo, Backah. A look at our stories now. Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta has described initial negotiations with the International Monetary Fund for a bailout program as collaborative. According to him, government is discussing debt restructuring plans with the fund to improve the country's credit rating. Speaking at the signing of a $1.13 billion cocoa syndicated loan in Accra, Mr. Ofori-Atta announced that a government team will meet with the IMF in Washington this weekend to continue the negotiations.
But we are very confident that the discussions that we are having with the fund will put us in the right landing zone. As we speak, we are in discussions, negotiations, and the bank and the ministry would go to Washington at the end of the week to continue with these discussions. So far, discussions have been very collaborative. I think we are getting to the point of understanding our debt sustainability numbers, and will come through with, I believe, what may be termed as an historic resolution to this as a demonstration to other countries on the continent.
Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta speaking there. Now, government has been urged to draw a comprehensive plan indicating how it will address economic imbalances within the economy to reassure investors of good times ahead. This follows a downgrade of the country's economy into deeper junk status by ratings agency Moody's. Speaking to Joy Business, a partner at Deloitte Ghana, Yao Lati, advised government to treat it as urgent.
We would have to get government to prepare a comprehensive policy that addresses some of the key and pertinent issues that were highlighted by these rating agencies. One of them being the limited access to the international market and our significant exposure to dollar-denominated loans. Most of the loans or borrowings that were contracted in the last few years were denominated in USD. And because we have foreign exchange issues, we are having to pay more in terms of interest repayments. So government should have outlined policy around managing the exchange rate.
Yao Latte is a partner at Deloitte, Ghana. Meanwhile, ratings agency Moody's is projecting that Ghana will use about 60% of its revenue to service interest payments this year. This was captured in its latest report, which downgraded Ghana's credit ratings into deeper junk status. My colleague George Yafe has the rest of the story.
Moody's says its projection was based on government high borrowing cost, which has been worsened by rising domestic interest rates and the cost of servicing existing bonds and government papers. It noted that Ghana could end the year using about 60% of its revenue to service its interest on debts, which will make the country the highest on the global market. The ratings agency says it carried out the downgrade to highly speculative status because it was convinced that Ghana may get the required financial support from IMF in exchange for restructuring the country's debts. Moody's also questioned efforts by government to broaden the tax base, which it believes is constrained by a weak macroeconomic environment. Moody's becomes the second rating agency after Fitch to downgrade Ghana further into status that questioned government's ability to meet its debt obligations or settle its debts on time. Government is hoping to spend about 47 billion Ghana cedis as interest payments on loans by the end of this year, as against a revised revenue target of 96 billion Ghana cedis.
George Yafe with that report. More on the economy. Until the government of Ghana completes negotiations with the International Monetary Fund to begin an economic program, the Ghana cedi will continue to depreciate at a rapid pace against the US dollar. According to currency analyst Kojo Mate, the government must hasten negotiations with the fund to save the economy from further troubles. The cedi has lost about 40% in value to the dollar this year, caused by the poor fiscal state of the economy. Mr. Mate tells Joy Business the nation can only achieve a foreign exchange retention in the country if the fund program begins.
We need to hasten the discussions with the IMF. We need to settle on what we want to do with the debt situation as quickly as possible and communicate the same to the market in clear terms so that the market start to take very good decision that favors currency stability. But in the long term, we want to see the structure of the economy that favors foreign currency retention in the local economy, expand the export base of our economy, and also increase the share of local participation in the export sector, because that does not help us to retain the export earnings that we earn, especially if you look at the key export earners in the extractive sector, which is dominated by multinationals.
Kojo Mate, head of research and investment bank at IC Securities. Talking about the cedi, let's see how it's faring this morning. The cedi lost more grounds, going for 10 cedis 55 pesos to the dollar. It is also selling at 11 cedis 50 pesos to the pound sterling. On the other hand, it is trading at 10 cedis 5 pesos to the euro. To one of our headline stories, and the Ghana Cocoa, Coffee and Shea Nut Farmers Association of Ghana is calling on the Producer Price Review Committee to take into consideration all factors and offer a better package of farm gate price of cocoa farmers in the country. According to the spokesperson of the association, Imoru Isifu Al-Hassan, the association should be mindful of the inflationary rate in the country and cost of inputs and services to cushion farmers. He told Joy Business that the failure to increase farm gate price of cocoa to farmers could have serious repercussions.
While we acknowledge that the living income differential, LID, has made some gains as a mechanism to improve cocoa farmer incomes, statements from Cocoa Board and its partner organization in Côte d'Ivoire, Le Conseil Café Cacao, CCC, clearly points to the fact that the pricing mechanism has not yielded its full potential. We wish to see more work being done to fully achieve the deliverables of the LID. The cost of rehabilitating diseased and unproductive cocoa farms, among others, comes as a huge cost to the industry. But we believe that in determining the price of cocoa for this year, the PPRC will be mindful of the inflationary rates in the country, the cost of inputs and services, as well as exchange rates.
Himoro Alasan is the spokesperson for the Ghana Cocoa, Coffee and Shea Nut Farmers Association speaking there. Now, the Association of Ghana Industries, AGI, has urged businesses to position themselves well to take advantage of available grants by implementing the right structures such as good corporate governance and record keeping. Its chief executive, Seth Chumakwaba, believes that is the only way small and medium-scale enterprises can scale up their businesses. He was speaking to Joy Business after interacting with SMEs in the western and central regions.
Most of our businesses are SMEs, and we keep saying that for SMEs, we have a lot of work to do in order to upscale. When you upscale, the advantage is that you enjoy economies of scale, and therefore your cost is spread over larger units. You become more competitive price-wise, and then you have a good market share. So if you want to upscale and take advantage of all these opportunities, then it means that you must have your structures properly in place. Your governance system must work. But at the end of the day, if it's taxes, you are paying your taxes right, and you have records of all this. And then you put it together. At the end of the day, you must prepare an audited account. When you prepare a management account and get it audited, then when people are talking about your business, you can say, these are my records.
You're still listening to the Joy Business Report. Now, in addressing climate change-related issues in the country, the Rotary Club of Accra, La East, is embarking on tree planting in some parts of Accra. According to its president, Juliana Asante Enim, the initiative will be taken to other parts of the country to support the fight against problems that comes with climate change. She spoke to Joy Business at the Greening East La project.
We are here to plant trees to change the face of La East. Isla. This community is called Isla, and we are Rotary Club of Accra La East representing here. This is to further the vision of our Rotary International President, Jennifer Jones, and also to support the country's president's agenda to plant more than 1 billion trees. We are based out of the Isla community, and we want to make the impact first at home, and then we spread it. This year, our district has planted trees across Ghana. So it is in continuation of that. We are planting trees all over Ghana.
Juliana Asante Enim is the Rotary Club of Accra La East speaking there. Before we go, crude oil opened trading higher at $89 a barrel this morning. Gold is selling at $1,699 an ounce after going down marginally. Cocoa also lost $17 to open trading at $2,337 a ton. That's it for the Joy Business Report with me, Pius, Kojo, Backah, and Kojo is ready.